This is a map of some tipping elements, specific key systems of the planet, indicators of its health and our impact. A growing body of research has warned that these tipping elements, once pushed beyond a certain threshold known as a tipping point, may undergo abrupt, non-linear and irreversible changes. So what are these tipping points, and what are the risks of crossing them, and how can we avoid exceeding them? Earth's climate has been in a stable state for the past several thousand years, allowing human civilization to thrive. Forests that draw in carbon and create rainfall, ocean currents that distribute heat, ice sheets at each pole, ebbing and flowing, pumping nutrient-rich water around the globe. All these elements are connected, and together they regulate our climate and sustain life as we know it. But since the Industrial Revolution, that balance has been thrown out of whack. Humans have been extracting and burning massive amounts of coal, oil and gas, otherwise known as fossil fuels, for well over a century, which has pumped heat-trapping greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide into our atmosphere. The concentration in our atmosphere has jumped more than 50% since pre-industrial times. This thickening of our blanket has caused temperatures to rise, supercharging our weather systems and amplifying extreme weather events. Our ecosystems, societies, towns and cities are straining. Coral reefs, including Australia's iconic Great Barrier Reef, are dying off during marine heat waves caused by the buildup of heat in our oceans. These heat waves are becoming more intense and frequent. Forests are burning in unprecedented infernos fueled by higher temperatures and shifting rainfall patterns. Cities are flooding, sinking, and being pushed to the edge. Lives have been lost. And this is all occurring at just 1.2 degrees of global temperature rise. As the Earth warms from climate change, every fraction of a degree amplifies those impacts and increases the risk of hitting tipping points. These are thresholds that once exceeded could see abrupt and irreversible changes. Changes that we would have neither the time or ability to adapt to. I know this all sounds extremely bleak, but stay with me because I'm about to tell you how we can avoid this. But for now, a bit more on the science. Once we hit around 2 degrees of warming, we could see the Amazon rainforest, sometimes called the lungs of the planet, transition from a lush tropical forest to a dry savanna. The trouble is, these natural systems influence each other, so tipping one can destabilize others. The loss of the Antarctic ice sheet could slow or stop the ocean currents that move heat, carbon, and nutrients around the planet and influence weather worldwide. This could create a catastrophic domino effect. But it doesn't have to be this way. With urgent action to rapidly reduce global emissions, we can still avoid the worst outcomes. The 2020s is our critical window to get emissions plummeting. Stronger climate action now will be measured in more species, ecosystems, and everything that depends on them being saved from the brink. Just as there are tipping points in nature, there may be tipping points in our response to the climate crisis. Humanity has been through tipping points in its history, culture, and the way we adapt. With strong determination, bold decision-making, and a rapid shift towards a safer, brighter future, we can tip things in the right direction. The more that we can cut greenhouse gas emissions this decade, the better the prospects for us all. Australia needs to reduce emissions by 75% by 2030 and hit net zero by 2035 so we can help hold global warming at the safest levels now possible. That means no more digging up, burning and exporting fossil fuels. Any missed opportunity to leave coal, oil and gas in the ground increases the danger that we will face. It's equivalent to gambling with everything that Australians value. We must also work to remove excess greenhouse gases from the atmosphere and bring our planet back into balance. With determination and cooperation, we can still hand young people a livable planet. We need to go all in to help build a safer world. The Climate Council is Australia's only people-powered science organisation, and your support means the world to us. The Climate Council's recent report, Mission Zero, details exactly what Australians must do to ensure a bright and livable future. You can find the link to it below, and while you're there, chuck us a like and subscribe.